This is your girl, Karma Kaboom, broadcasting live from out here in these unfairly fired, in my opinion, streets. So, a lot of people in Afghanistan Junior have have been displaying all this fake outrage concerning this dead reckless driver being dead because he was reportedly driving reckless and fighting the police. And the police dealt with him however they dealt with him. And some people have been demanding to see the video, but why do they not demand to see the video of these reckless drivers? Well, a lot of people, these so-called civil rights activists, who I consider to be antagonists and agitators, you know, a lot of them, they always show up when the police are involved with dealing with these niggas. But they never seem to show up and have nothing to say when these niggas are out here driving reckless and shooting and killing and carjacking and kidnapping and things. I got a problem with the select outrage. Okay, if you're going to demand to see the video of the confrontation between these five police and this dead reckless driver, let's keep that same energy and demand to see the video of these reckless drivers who be driving reckless every day. Okay, if y'all don't want to show the videos, I'll record them and show the videos. I've been wanting to do it anyway. I've been wanting to start me a whole YouTube channel dedicated to these reckless drivers. So I think this is a good time to start it. Okay, if nobody wants to stand out on the corners all over the city and with the bullhorn and tell the reckless drivers to slow down and observe the speed limit, this one is 40. This street right here is 40. Okay, I'll go get me a bullhorn and I'll stand out and I'll be the one. I'll be the one to protest the reckless drivers and get me a speed limit sign and remind them of what the speed limit is. Here goes some of the police right here done pulled over a nigga, and I salute him. I salute him. I salute him. I don't know what he did, but I'm glad they got his garbage ass in that police car. Yes, they cleaning up these streets. They doing an excellent job. Hashtag bag the blue. I support them. I support them 100%. A lot of these reckless niggas, they want to come outside, but they don't know how to act when they get outside. And the queens that reproduce them don't say nothing until they garbage ass be held accountable with a confrontation with the police, however it turned out. However it turned out is however it turned out. And the same big mouth blogger, YouTuber, who has been disrespecting Dolph. He did. And it turned around and did the same thing when Gangsta Boo died. She caused her own death. But you ain't keeping that same energy as it relates to this reckless dead nigga. Then he caused his own death by fighting the police and driving reckless. Why don't nobody want to talk about that part? Why don't nobody want to address that part? The part that he was driving reckless, he was violating the law, and he was fighting the police. Why nobody wants to talk about that? Why nobody wants to get on the TV and things and tell the other reckless drivers, this is not what you do. You don't drive reckless. Everybody needs to stop driving reckless. This is an epidemic in the city. We need to stop this. Don't be like this dead reckless driver. All you reckless drivers, why don't y'all stop driving reckless? All the rest of y'all, why don't somebody say that? Nobody saying nothing about the reckless driving. And the reckless drivers are just taking over the city. doing whatever they want to do, putting everybody's safety at risk. If they tear your car up, they tear your car up. They're not going to stop and be held accountable because they're allergic to accountability. Most of them are driving stolen cars. Most of them don't have a real tag on their car. They got a stolen tag or a fake tag that they bought off of Facebook for $20-$25. And I don't know why Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg won't put them in Facebook jail. They just all over Facebook, not hiding, not hiding. They operating in plain sight. Yes, all you gotta do is search in the search bar. Uh, drive out tag, fake drive out tag in the city. Yes, that's all you gotta do. And they set up shop right there on Facebook, selling fake illegal tags, and a lot of people are buying them. I think these 5 officers, okay, reportedly, the city is already short of police staff as it is. We can't afford to lose five officers. We can't afford this. They was doing a good job, in my opinion. To my understanding, they was assigned to the Scorpion unit, which is the unit that specifically goes these 5 good officers. But because all this fake outrage and all these so-called activists and protesters threatening civil unrest, what they done threatened that before? Who gives a fuck? Yeah, okay, the city called in the National Guard for backup, then call them back, call them back. Call them back, that's all you gotta do. Don't let these heathens threaten civil unrest and make you do what they want to do. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not how that's supposed to go. Who gives a fuck about them civilly unresting? Who gives a fuck? It don't even take a situation like this for them to act up. No way. They want to act up anyway. They want to march in the street and act a fool anyway. They want to loot and steal stuff and break glass in these stores and destroy these businesses anyway. Because they got the spirit of niggas. They niggas. This is what niggas do. But I think this is just my opinion. I think these 5 officers was unfairly fired, and there was a lot of pressure on the police department and the mayor because the news reporters wouldn't get a mayor no rest. They kept on calling and putting that microphone in his face and probably emailing him and harassing him practically. And he got sick of them, so they had to do something to get some rest. They had to do something to get some rest. So they probably looked in their file folder and decided, it wouldn't even worth them having all these problems. So I don't know what they're gonna do. What do you do when you get fired as a police? What do you go? Do you go work at Walmart? Do you go work at a car dealership? Where do you go after that? I don't know. I don't know what job opportunity looks like after you have been fired under these circumstances. I don't know where you could go and get a job and where you gonna get some references at. I don't know. But anyway, I think that was unfairly fired. And a lot of people feel like, oh, they beat him to death and he got a broken neck. Well, if he was fighting, okay, if he was fighting, it's no telling, okay, how severe the fight got. If he presented a threat and maybe he had a gun on him, maybe they thought he had a gun on him. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him because he put himself in that position. And somebody in the comment section said, well, Well, what about if it was you? It wouldn't be me because I know how to behave. I was raised to be civilized. I was raised to respect authority. I would never fight the police. I wouldn't fight them. But these heathens, that's what they do. They love to fight. They love to fight. And they don't respect authority. They have not been raised to be civilized. They are wild, endangered hood rats. And they want to do what they want to do. And earlier today, and see, this is why I hate to come outside. I hate to come outside. I can't even tend to my business most days, and I have to reschedule my appointments because it's horrible coming out in these streets. Because you got to deal with these garbage ass, reckless ass drivers. And the majority of them are niggas. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. Every time I see them, not to say that other races don't drive reckless, but most of the time when I see them and I look behind the steering wheel, it's a nigga. It's a nigga. When I can see them and they don't have that real dog tint on their windows like this one right here. Look, look. That's why they put all that dog ass tint on their windows, because most of them are criminals and they hide. They hide. They ride incognito. They hide. And they probably got all kind of guns. Most of the guns are probably stolen. And all kind of criminals are probably in the car. That's why they had to put all that tint on their windows. Dog. That used to be illegal. Is it still illegal? But you know, heathens, they do everything illegal. I don't know if the dog limousine tint is still illegal. Last time I checked, it was illegal. But you know, they do what they want to do. These reckless folks, they do what they want to do. And they don't want nobody to tell them nothing. Yeah, they want to do what they want to do. And they are satanic. A lot of them are drug addicted. Look at them heathens right there walking around with them hoodies on. Probably getting ready to go somewhere and steal something, or just got through doing something terrible. And, you know, a lot of them are just out of control. All over this city, from one side to the next. From one side to the next. Pick a side. Either side you wanna check out. Either side. Either side. It don't even matter. But earlier today, when I first came out here, it was so many reckless drivers that I encountered. It was so many of them almost ran me off the road. They very dangerous. They are very dangerous. Yes, they are very dangerous. And I said, since nobody, most of the people in this city, they want to act like they Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. And I be looking at some of these people when I be in traffic and at the stoplights and things. And these reckless drivers be just weaving in and out of traffic and running the red lights and running the stop signs and things. Endangering the public and things. I be looking at the other reckless drivers, the other drivers beside me to get their expression on their face. Are they alarmed like I am? Most of them act like they don't see it. Most of them act like they don't see it. They just be known. Just be sitting like a statue, act like they don't see it. And am I the only one that's alarmed by this? Everybody else has pretty much made this the norm. I'm not gonna make this my norm. I'm not gonna make this my norm. I don't want these garbage ass, reckless ass niggas tearing my car up and handicapping me and having me in the hospital or worse. Okay. Okay, here they come now. 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 And I said, since nobody wants to everybody, not everybody, a lot of people are demanding the release of the tape. Everybody want to see the video between these five fired police officers and this dead reckless driver. Okay, so the city has told the news reporters that they are supposed to release the video this Monday. Yeah, so many people are waiting on the video. But why y'all don't want to see the video? Why y'all don't be want to see the video? And there's a lot of videos out here of these reckless drivers having confrontation with the police and taunting the police, running away from the police. I done seen a lot of those videos on Facebook. And I said, since nobody wants to talk about those videos, why don't I post some videos of these reckless drivers? Okay, let's be fair across the board. Let's be fair across the board. Y'all wanna make this dead reckless driver be a victim. Like a lot of these niggas, these reckless niggas, they're not victims. They're just some hard-headed ass niggas. Okay? I'm not gonna call them a victim. They are not a victim. They are just hard-headed niggas that's driving reckless out here and doing what they want to do and committing a whole lot of crimes. Mm. You get a lot of people that want to defend the reckless driver and hold him up like, oh, he's such a pitiful victim. He's such a pitiful, and then you want to condemn these fine police. And then the other thing about this I find interesting, and a lot of people have pointed this out. When it's white police officers involved, they don't want to call their name. They don't want to release their names. They hide them. They hide them. But when it's some black police officers involved, oh, everybody want to know their name. So we immediately, or a few days or a few hours later, here go their names. Here go their pictures all over the news, all over Facebook. Let's keep that same energy when it's some white officers. Don't protect the white ones and then put the black ones under the bus and all over the Facebook and all over the news. So some people say, well, it's a good thing that they black. All of them black. So you can these people that's fake outrage and want to portray the reckless dead driver as a victim. You can't call the racism card. You can't pull the racist card. You can't say, oh, this is racist. This is racist. This is racist. Oh, y'all would love to say that if they was white. But because they're black, it makes it real difficult for y'all to use it's racism card. Because y'all love to use that. A lot of these niggas that like to protect other niggas that's doing things that they're not supposed to do. But I saw a lot of the comments. I saw a lot of the comments from a lot of people on social media. So they couldn't use the racist card. This racist, this racism, this racist. They couldn't use that card. And I'm pretty sure they're so upset that they couldn't use the racism card. They couldn't use that. So instead, look at the niggas. Look at the niggas just hanging out in the street. Just hanging out in the street. Ooh, just hanging out in the street. They couldn't use the racist card. So instead, I saw a few of them in the comment section saying things like, "Oh, it's always your own kind. Oh, this black on black crime needs to stop." Well, why y'all don't say that when these niggas be out here shooting and killing other black people, huh? Why y'all don't? Where do y'all be at? Where do y'all be at? Those of you that say this black on black crime need to stop. It always be your own kind, your own color, your own race. Where y'all be at every day when these niggas be out here shooting other niggas? When the niggas be out here shooting innocent black people? Where do y'all be at when these niggas be out here stealing cars of other black people and breaking their windows and things? Where do y'all be at when these niggas be out here kidnapping and carjacking and things every single day? Where do y'all be at? Where do y'all be at? Why do y'all only show up when it's convenient for you? When you have select outrage? If y'all are outraged about these 5 black police officers dealing with this reckless dead race car driver, you ought to be as outraged otherwise. Okay? Why are y'all not outraged every day when these niggas, these reckless niggas, be racing up and down these streets going 100 miles per hour plus in a residential neighborhood and up and down these regular streets that's 40, 45 miles per hour listed on the side of the street? Why y'all don't be outraged? Why y'all don't be outraged? Huh? Huh? Where do y'all be at? Why y'all don't make no videos and talk about that? Why y'all don't have no comments about that? Why the news reporters is not wearing the hell out of the mayor about all this reckless race car driving? Huh? Huh? Why wait till one of the reckless race car drivers get killed as a result of not wanting to obey the law and fighting the police? Huh? Okay. To the I wanna say this in defense of these 5 fired police officers. I want to say this, and I was saying this to someone earlier this morning when we was talking about this. Okay, I already knew a lot of these type of situations was gonna happen. It's inevitable. Okay, for so many years now, we have heard, well, there's a police shortage. They don't have a whole lot of police, and we have seen a decrease of a lot of the patrolling on the streets. We don't see a whole lot of police patrolling the streets. And then when we do see the police, they just mostly making an appearance. They just ride around with them little blue lights. And the reckless race car drivers, they keep on racing past the police. They, they keep on racing past them. And most of the time, the police won't even stop them. They won't stop them because they say, the mayor say, well, we can't chase them. That don't make a bit of sense. You can't chase them. Other cities are chasing they reckless race car drivers, but y'all can't chase y'all's. So they know this, so they just take that and do what they want to do. Yeah, they just do what they want to do because the rules don't apply to them. The law don't apply to them as it relates to the speed limit. Okay, and see, this street right here, it's notorious for reckless race car driving. It's notorious for reckless race car driving. I'm gonna sit right here briefly, and just let y'all, since we want to show videos and things, since they want to show videos and things of the police fighting the reckless dead race car driver, let's see the videos of the reckless race car drivers that's alive. Okay, let's see how they drive reckless all the time, all the time. Okay, and let's be fair about this. So this is my thing. It's inevitable to have these situations going on because time and time again, I have seen so many videos. I have seen so many videos on Facebook. Whereas a lot of these reckless race car drivers are running from the police, they're taunting the police, and then the person they're video and recording this, they laughing. Ah ha ha ha! That man got away. That man got away. They can't catch that man. They can't catch that man. They think it's funny. They think it's funny. Meanwhile, these police resources could be used for trying to apprehend some of these killers. But they got to go in behind these race car drivers. They gotta go back. They gotta chase him behind, or try to apprehend these reckless race car drivers that's terrorizing the city. Okay, and when you are already stretched thin as it relates to your staff, and you don't have but a bare minimum of police to come out here and patrol the streets and basically be somewhat like a surrogate babysitter with these niggas out here that's out of control, time and time again, day after day, you got to deal with the same group of people who don't want to obey the law. They don't have no intentions of obeying the law, and they're coming out here to terrorize the community. That's their idea of fun. That's their idea of fun. Racing up and down the street and tearing somebody's car up and flipping somebody up in the air and cutting their car in half. They go so fast a lot of times they split the other person's car in half. Meanwhile, the race car driver, their car is untouched. They don't never die. They don't never get handicapped. But they oftentimes kill the person who they hit. Because the speed is just that fast. And if you go on the speed limit, it's just like you sitting still. If this reckless race car driver is coming at you at the speed of light, it's just like you sitting still. And most people that get hit by a reckless race car driver in the city that's going 100 miles plus, they don't survive. It's been so many people to die from these reckless race car drivers. Mothers, fathers, somebody's brother or sister or mother or dad. Somebody's co-worker or their friend. It's no longer here because of a stupid ass. Look, they go one right there. They go one right there. A reckless race car driver. There go another one right there. I need to focus because they go so fast. They go so fast I can't hardly catch them. When it's time to turn this camera to the other side, they go so fast. And a lot of times when I'm driving and I try to record them, they go so fast. When I call the dispatcher, the police dispatcher to report them, I'm probably the only one that call and report them. When I call and report them, and they asked me, "Oh, what kind of car is it?" Ma'am, I can't tell you what kind of car it was because they going so fast. They going so fast. I can't even see the car. What kind? What is it? A Dodge? Is it a Chevrolet? I don't know. I don't know. I barely can see the color, especially if it's at night. I don't know because it's going so fast. It's like a supersonic. Yeah, it, yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is their idea of fun. What is fun about racing up and down the street? Meanwhile, they have several places out in the county where you could go out there and race all over the place. Where did this come from? Where did um this hobby, if you will, where did this come from? And it's only a hobby that is so interesting to some of the most of the niggas. What is it? What is it? What is it that about going super fast in a car that you probably don't own? You probably stole it. So if you have bought a car, if you out here working and busting your ass, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna wanna respect your property, right? You're not gonna wanna have it all banged up and things and missing the grill and things and tearing it up and things. That's how I know. That's a red flag that the car is probably stolen. They go one right there. They go one right there. Oh, I need to pay attention. I need to pay attention because the whole point of me coming over here was to record these reckless race car drivers, wasn't it? Oh, I'm so distracted. I gotta get on task and focus. I gotta focus because it's a bunch of them coming, and I'm so busy talking. I can't hardly see them because they go by so fast. They go by. Look at that one. Look at that one right there. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? They go by so fast. They go by so fucking fast. Maybe I need to hold the phone in my hand because they go by so fast. They go by so fucking fast. I know if I go up the street, I'll be able to catch them. I know if I go up the street, I'll be able to catch them on the recorder. I know I will. I know I will, cause up the street they really notorious for driving fast up the street. I know I'll be able to catch them. And yeah. Let me say this, okay? If you already stretched thin and you don't have a whole lot of police to deal with these people, and then the police they don't have a whole lot of help as it relates to extra police. So you got the same police having to come out here and deal with these same hard-headed demons that's reckless driving and fast with these. And that's another thing. That's another thing. There needs to be some regulations for these race car drivers. Those cars are they should not be street legal. Those kind of cars should not be street legal. They very unsafe for the streets around regular motorists. Okay, it's not enough room out here for race car driving. It's not enough room, and then they zoom in so fast in front of it and almost cut you off. Can you imagine if they going as fast as they go and they just come in so close and clip the front of your car, the back of your car? It's gonna spin you all the way around, out of control. And what if some other drivers are coming on in the other lane? What if some other drivers are coming in the other lane? That's gonna be a horrible accident. And they do the same thing on the expressway. The expressway is terrible. The expressway is a horror movie. And this is every day. And they used to just limit it to driving reckless on the interstate. They're not supposed to be on the interstate driving reckless. But they got so comfortable with driving reckless on the expressway and getting away with it. So they said, okay, we're getting away with it on the expressway. Let us do it everywhere, even on the regular streets now. So this what they done did. That's what they done did. And most of them probably don't even have a job. They don't even want a job. They wouldn't take a job if you poured it on them. If you gave them a job, laying down, they get up and quit. They stand up and quit. But they got so many places to go all the time. They stay in the street all the time. They always got somewhere to go and something to do. Yes, they always got somewhere to go and something to do. And it's just pathetic. It is just pathetic how they are always in the street. Yes, they are always in the street. And I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame how they always in the street. And they are driving reckless. They driving reckless all the time. Yes, they're driving reckless all the time. Yes, they are driving reckless all the time. All the time. And they don't have no intentions of stopping and driving the speed limit. Yes, absolutely. They don't have no intentions of driving the speed limit. And like I said, okay, if you have a situation where you're already stretched thin and you don't have but so many police as it is to patrol the streets, and you having to deal with the same reckless drivers every single day. Every single day, the same hard-headed ass niggas. And most of them are grown. And I saw the family members of the dead reckless driver on the TV yesterday crying, and they done tapped the shoulder blade of Benjamin Crump. They love to go grab Benjamin Crump. And you know what I think the tears is all about from a lot of these family members of these dead niggas that they get killed by these police. I don't think they be really crying about their dead family member. I think they be crying because the money can't come fast enough. They want the money. They want the money. You know, that's I think that's the majority of the outrage. That's what that you know, the more outraged you are, is getting more people attention. And they want more people to get attention on this thing because they want that money. And the dead family member, you know, as it relates to this police brutality or whatever, confrontation with the police, you know, they get more money than they ever had. They get more money. That's what is. I think that's what it's really all about. They want the money. The family members be wanting the money. Okay, and once they get the money, you don't never see them no more. Once they get the money, you don't never hear it. You're not still outraged. You got a time limit on your outrage. You got a time limit on your anger. Oh, okay. Once you get the check, you don't cry no more. Once you get the check, you don't want to get on TV no more. You don't want to be no advocate no more. Really, really. Once they get the check, what a so-called activists go? Where they go? Wait on the next scenario. They wait on the next scenario, and the family probably give them a cut of the check, maybe, maybe. Once they get the check, have y'all ever noticed? Once they cut the check, you don't hear from them no more. They go away. If I'm upset about my dead family member, I'm gonna stay mad. I'm gonna continue to cry. I'm gonna keep on getting in front of the news reporter cameras and talking about it. Why we don't never see them after they cut the fucking check? Think about that. Think about that. You know, and I'm sick of this. You know, if there was really victims, I would support them. But I know it's about a bunch of bullshit. I see these reckless drivers out here every day acting up and cutting up and acting a fool. I see them terrorizing me and other people out here and making it hard for me to go from one point to the other. I see them. I see them. They're not victims. They're not victims. And I want y'all to stop calling them victims. I want y'all to stop coddling them. And I want y'all to stop defending them and acting like the police is the bad guy and the reckless drivers are okay. Yeah. They love them Dodge Challengers. That's their number one race car right there. That Dodge Challenger, and here go one in behind me. I don't know what kind it is. It looked like some type of Lamborghini or something. I don't know. But where did this come from? This race car culture. Where did this come from? And to my understanding, I've been seeing them on Facebook. I think it's a nationwide situation. I don't think it's just here. And I think it's the most stupidest thing I ever seen in my life. What do you get out of? What do you get out of that? That loud ass car. What do you get out of that? And most of them, back to what I was saying about the jobs, most of them don't have jobs. How do you get a 50, 70, $80,000 car, brand new? Most of them are brand new, and you don't have a fucking job. Huh? How do you do that? They used to raise the eyebrows of the city leadership, and they pull you over and check you out. But they're not getting checked out anymore. They just let them race up and down the street in a brand new car and no job. Make it make sense. I got two motherfucking jobs, and I can't get a brand new 50, 70, $80,000 car. Wow, wow. And then they got children. A lot of them got children, you know. And then they stand in these expensive, nice neighborhoods. Some of them stay in the hood, but a lot of them stay in the suburbs. How do you do that? And you don't have a fucking job. Even if you stay with your garbage ass mammy, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you buy insurance for a brand new car and pay the note, or did you pay cash? Even if you pay cash and you don't have a car, where did you get that money from? Huh? It's just things that I asked about. I'm just curious about it. But these police, they are stretched thin as it is. And look at this one in front of him. He probably rolling his dope or texting. He probably rolling his dope or texting, driving slow as fuck. You're either gonna get one or the other. They gonna drive fast as fuck or slow as fuck. When they driving fast as fuck, look at them finna have a crash. Done pulled out in front of somebody, and they probably don't have no insurance. Most of them that's driving reckless, they don't have no insurance. How do you buy a brand new car and you don't have insurance? How do you buy a brand new car and you can't even afford the tag? You got that fake tag back there that you probably bought off of Facebook. Make it make sense. Look at this race car drive over here. Look at this race car drive over here. Look at this race car driver. Okay, he turned and went the other way. But it's a bunch of them in this area right here. It's a bunch of them in this area right here. And I think, I think, yeah, I think, yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to pull over and let y'all see some of these race car drivers. I think this is a good area. I think this is a real good area right here. I need to get some gas too. I need to get some gas. Oh yes, I gotta go get me something else down the street too. Yes, but we ain't gonna take too much time because I gotta go get me something to eat. I gotta go get me something to eat. And yeah. And the thing about it, the thing about it. Look at this garbage ass nigga right here. Look at this garbage ass nigga right here in my way. Didn't want to fucking move till I started moving. They act like they don't know how to make a decision. Hell, when they pull up to the gas station, they act like it's such a big decision. Get to a fucking pump, bitch, and move out the fucking way. It's just that simple. It's just that fucking simple. It's just that fucking simple. Look at this garbage ass nigga. Gonna go over here where I was wanting to go. A big wide back motherfucker. In the way, bitch. Okay. So anyway, I should go. I should go further because they really get on my nerves at this gas station right here. Everybody act like they want to crowd in at this gas station right here. And I don't know where I can really get gas at this one. Is early in the fucking morning. And then thanks to Section 8, this used to be a real decent neighborhood right here. But thanks to Section 8, all these hood rats done came over here. And now it's congested with hood rat energy. I want y'all to see some of these race car drivers. That's what I want you to see. I want you to see some of these race car drivers. Since so many of these people that pretend like they so outraged, they so interested in showing the video of the 5 police beating the fuck out of that heathen for reckless driving and fighting them. What was they supposed to do? What was they supposed to do? Just let the reckless race car driver fight them and get away with it? Huh? I wonder what the people be more satisfied if the reckless race car driver will just fight the fuck out of the police and just live to fight them again and again, another day and another day, and race up and down these streets another day and another day and another day with no end in sight. It's no telling how many times before that time that they had to deal with his hard-headed ass. And then I saw the family members and friends on TV with their wide back garbage ass. Okay, they just crying and crying and crying. Oh, he didn't like to do. They always try to act like they so innocent. Oh, my baby, and I think it was his sister. Oh, my brother. I just hate that I ain't gonna see my brother again. Ah. And then she said, oh, he didn't like to do nothing but uh uh get on this skateboard. I said, this big motherfucker on a skateboard. Oh, he too fucking old to be right up. Oh, he like everything fast. Really? Oh, a skateboard. This overgrown man. What? Why do they always try to paint them and portray them as being so innocent and a poster child for the American uh wonderful person. Why do they do that? Why don't you tell the truth about your family member? I know you're hurting about your family member, but tell the truth and get on the news and tell them I'm gonna miss my garbage ass family member. And I hate that they were being hard headed. I hate that I didn't tell them to stop going out there breaking the fucking law. And then they got what they get. And it caused their own death. I'm so sorry I didn't tell my family member to stop the bullshit. Why don't they get on TV and say that? Instead of saying, "Oh, my baby didn't never do nothing wrong." They big ass baby, overgrown motherfucker. They still calling them a baby. A baby. They be 25, 30, 45 years old. And you still call them. That's part of the problem. You calling them and treating them like a fucking baby. And letting them do what the fuck they want to do. Instead of holding them accountable and having a fucking man, a real man in the household to help guide him and direct them. But instead of doing that, you want to say that you the mama and the daddy, you motherfucking garbage ass queens. Whew, that's producing all these raggedy ass reckless motherfuckers. Y'all are the ones that's pushing them out here in society and making them a burden on us. Why you sit at home and watch love and fucking hip hop and wait for them to bring their stolen merchandise to the house and park them stolen ass cars in front of the house? Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. Somebody got to talk about that. That part. That part. When we gonna talk about that fucking part? Huh? When we gonna see the videos of them garbage ass, reckless ass, criminal ass heathens parking them stolen ass cars in front of their garbage ass mammy's house? And she got a roguish motherfucker for a son or a daughter that's out here carjacking and acting a fool and won't obey the motherfucking police. He won't obey your garbage ass. You know damn well he won't obey the teacher, he won't obey the principal, he won't obey the school bus driver. That's why his garbage ass got kicked out of school with his punk ass. And y'all defend them motherfuckers. That's what I can't stand. You defend them motherfuckers no matter what. Cause they remind you of they motherfucking punk ass daddy that they never fucking knew that you can't get over. He just pumped and dumped a garbage ass baby inside your motherfucking ass and walked the fuck on to the next stupid motherfucking queen and pumped some retarded ass nut in her too. And then they don't stay a baby, they grow up to be a terrorist. They grow up to be terrorists. That's why I can't stand to see a baby fucking bump in a baby reveal party. I can't stand to see it because all I look at, oh, that's another terrorist finna be born. Another terrorist that's gonna tap these damn streets and have it where I can't even get no sleep at night and make it hard for me to go to the grocery store and back. Yes, that's what I see. Another monster. A fucking monster in your stomach. That's what I see. Another fucking monster. Another monster. Woo! And I could go on and on and on. I could go on and on and on. I said I gonna record these race car drivers, didn't I? Look, they go one right there. They go one right there in that fucking truck. That his garbage ass is. It was gonna go faster until that car got in front of it. Yeah. They go fast up and down this street too. They go fast as fuck up and down this street too. But one day, might be next weekend, because I think this gonna be my last weekend working for this motherfucking job that I'm working. I'm sick of that garbage ass not giving me no motherfucking respect. And then when it's time for me to get off like I did this morning, these garbage ass niggas won't come to work and relieve me. And then I gotta stay indefinitely. Man, bye. I got a wide back, but I can't talk no niggas, no irresponsible garbage ass niggas on my fucking back. Yeah. I got a lot to do too, but I come to work on time. Yeah. I come to work when I'm supposed to. And then I got one coworker, he always sick. He been sick ever since I started. How long I been working out? 3 or 4 months. Bitch, if you that fucking sick, you need to go to the hospital. And then he used that for an excuse. He used that for an excuse. He used that for an excuse when his garbage ass is late. He's sick. He's sick. He's sick. He gotta go take his medicine. He gotta go take a. Just say you retarded, bitch. Just say you fucking retarded. And all that mumbling. That's what a lot of these garbage ass, retarded ass niggas that got going on in this generation. They don't talk. They mumble. What is all that fucking mumbling all about? Can you open your fucking mouth and talk? I don't understand that shit. They mumble. They do not talk. They mumble. The fucking the boo. I can't stand it. I can't fucking stand it. And everybody act like it's normal. They let them blend in and things. They let them work jobs and things, and they clearly retarded special needs. They clearly are retarded. I thought y'all like checks. They can get a check. Retarded folks can get a check. Get the fuck out of the way and go home and get your fucking check for being retarded. They pay you for that. The state, the state will pay you for that for being retarded. Yes. Look, there go that race car driver. There go another one right there. There go another one right there. And see, like I said, they be going so fast. They be going so fast. I can't hardly record them. They be going so fast, and I be so busy talking. They be going so fast, honey. But one day, probably next weekend, because I think I'm gonna quit that job this weekend. I feel like not going today. I called that supervisor. He wouldn't even answer his telephone. He wouldn't even answer his telephone. You know what? Today, I decided I gotta divest myself of a lot of garbage motherfuckers. I got to do it because they're a liability to my health. They're a liability. They're a liability. And I started with the pawn shop. I had two guns that I've been paying on in the pawn shop, and this garbage ass nigga. And I gotta do a video about them and tell y'all about that. But I had paid over $300. I was almost ready to pay it out. But the situation that I experienced yesterday, and so I've been dealing with the shit all along. And I said last night, I said to myself, enough is enough. And you got to get to that point. You got to get to that point. You know when you done had enough of anything. And I done had enough of niggas. I done had enough of niggas. I done had enough. I done had enough. I done had enough. These niggas in this town, they are horrible. And nobody wants to talk about them because they garbage ass is black. Everybody want to protect them because they black. That's it. That's all. And they make accommodations for them for being garbage ass niggas. They make accommodations for them for being killers and robbers and rapists and things. Ain't a bit of good. They ain't a bit of good. Satan in the flesh. That's what I think of them. They Satan in the flesh. Yes. Yes. And I said I gotta divest myself of these niggas. I know I can't get away from all of them, but I'm gonna get away from as many of them as I can. And I'm gonna try to avoid doing any kind of business with them. They say support black business. I have learned my lesson. I have learned my lesson. I have learned my lesson. It's not good. Now I'm not saying that the whites are not terrible in business. I'm not saying that the Asian and the Mexican and the Indian, yeah, they got some horrible folks too. But for the most part, they are pretty decent to deal with. You know, for the most part, they got some garbage folks too. But we got a whole bunch of them in our community. We overpopulated with garbage. And nobody will send the garbage truck to pick them up. Except every now and again, like this situation, this one got picked up. And that's one less garbage in the way. One less. And, they did, I look at it as they doing a good service to the community by getting as many of them out the way as possible. And I seen a whole bunch of police up the street about an hour ago, and they had pulled this garbage ass nigga in that motherfucking ragged ass Infinity. I can't stand that car. I can't stand that car. And it used to be a nice car, that Infinity. But I think that beat that Dodge Challenger. I think that's the number one roguish criminal nigga car of choice of the niggas. Yes. Listen at him. I hear him. I hear that loud ass noise. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And it's so stupid and ignorant and satanic. But it fits them because they are stupid, ignorant, satanic ass niggas. It fits them. I see why they like that noise. I see why they like it. Most demons love noise and unclean environments. Yes. And I seen the police about an hour ago on the other side of town. I seen that had pulled that garbage ass nigga over in that Infinity with missing fucking grill in the front and missing bumper in the back. Because they reckless. They don't never holler had no grill. That's how reckless they are. And they love they car to look like that. No grill, no bumper. No bumper in the front, no bumper in the back. Just raggedy as fuck. And dented the fuck up and all of that. And they had this punk ass in the back of one of them squad cars, and they were standing up there doing their paperwork. And I slowed down. I said, "Good job, guys. I thank y'all so much for getting that garbage out the street." Yes, they're doing a great service out here, and they don't need to be fired. We need them. We need them, and we can't afford to lose 5 good guys on the police force. We can't. That's too many. That's too many. That's too many. And maybe suspend them for a couple of days. Maybe. But I think firing them is just way too harsh. It's way too severe. You know? I think and then everybody wanna pass that picture around of the reckless dead heathen in the hospital bed, and they said that his neck was broke. Well, he broke his own neck because he was fighting. If he hadn't been fighting the police, he would still be here, okay, alive to race up and down these streets another day. Or maybe he would have learned his lesson and stopped reckless race car driving. Okay, and then some people was mad because they didn't render aid. They just beat him up and left him on the ground. Well, maybe they got tired of fighting him, and maybe they was over there doing their report. I'm gonna defend these guys. I gotta run defense for them. Okay, maybe they was tired, and they had to go over there and do their paperwork. It's not like what it seems. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe they was over there calling the ambulance. And they just let him rest over there on the ground. Okay, and he was so big. He was so big, and just so this and so that. So they had to go over there and do their paperwork and call for help fund and things. Okay? And then some people saying, "Oh, look at his face. His face is all swollen up and beat up and things." Well, if like I said, if he had not been fighting, he would not have had a swollen face. Okay, and a broke neck and things. You cannot fight the police. You're gonna lose. Okay? And y'all mamas, y'all queens, you need to teach your children. I know y'all let them fight y'all. Y'all let them fight y'all, but you cannot expect it to go well if you go out there fighting the police. They gonna beat the fuck out of you, okay? That's what they trying to do because you are presenting a threat. You presenting a threat. They supposed to kick your ass. Okay, they supposed to take out that stick and knock the fuck out of you. Okay, they supposed to do that. You are presenting a threat. You can't go out there fighting the police, okay? You need to teach your children that, whether they grown or whether they adolescents. What you say? You only accepting cards. What happened to the cash? What happened to the cash, man? Is that all the location or just this one? It's always a problem at this location. They just lazy as fuck. Just lazy as fuck. Just lazy as fuck. Whew, they don't want no cash. I'm so sick of that. Okay, if they don't want to accept the cash, why don't they stop making the fucking cash? Okay, why don't they make the announcement? We don't use cash no more. Everybody just use these motherfucking cards. I'm sick of this shit. Oh, garbage ass. And then why not just put a sign up on that speaker? Why not put a sign on the board, on the menu board, and tell everybody that we're not instead of letting me sit there all the time and why not? Why not? Is that too much to ask? Is I guess it is too much to ask. Why not make a sign and put it on the fucking menu board? We don't accept cash. Only cards. Cards only. What's so hard about that? What is so hard about that? Is there anything hard about that? See what I'm talking about? And it's a hood red nigga in there. They lazy as fuck. And then got that nasty attitude, nasty disposition. And then when you ask them a question, they gotta pause. They gotta pause. They don't even want to talk to you. And they signed up to do this fucking job and don't want to fucking talk and want to mumble. There she go mumbling on the damn microphone and shit. Ooh, I'm so sick of that garbage ass. But when it's time to twerk and suck dick and things, oh, they loud as fuck. And when it's time to fight over a garbage ass nigga, they loud as fuck. Ooh, do you see why I gotta divest myself of niggas? Do you see why? They very problematic and in the fucking way. They in the fucking way of society, a productive society, a civilized society. They are in the way. And I know a lot of y'all build tolerance for them. A lot of y'all don't see it that way. A lot of y'all love them garbage motherfuckers. Cause you reciprocate that energy. I know why. I know why. It took me some time to figure it out. But I have concluded today, as a matter of fact, I concluded today, I know why y'all don't say nothing. I know why y'all don't speak out and denounce these garbage ass, hood red ass niggas. I know why. Because y'all, and y'all don't say nothing about these race car drivers. Y'all don't say nothing. Look, this great big old new apartment community gonna be full of hood reds. It's just another compound the criminals gonna reside over there, carjacking things and killing things. It's just a matter of time before they be on the news. As soon as they open up, they gonna be on the news. They gonna be on the news, and huh, and nobody holds these hood rats, the female hood rats, accountable. These young girls in their 20s that's drug addicted and things. And as soon as they take that Section 8 voucher and get in some of these communities and these apartment buildings and things, they're not gonna stay there by themselves. They got to have some dick. And ain't no quality man gonna fuck with them. And if he do, it's gonna be in the dark, after hours, in secret. Huh? He not gonna come out in public and claim this motherfucker. Okay, they always gotta get Pookie and Ray Ray. When they get to call Pookie and Ray Ray and come over there and give them some dick and bring them drugs over there. They got to have them two things right there: some dick and some. Oh, it's three things. Three things they gotta have. Three. I forget. Amongst the other, amongst the eyelashes and the fingernails and the leggings. Okay, that's a given. But the three major things they got to have, them hood rats. Before anything else, there's three things that come first: dick, dick, drugs, and crab legs. They got to have those three things. They got to. They got to. And see, if they don't have jobs, which most of them don't, or they might work at Krispy Kreme or Popeyes or McDonald's. And I don't stop going to them restaurants. I really have stopped going. Every now and again, just like a while ago, I pulled up to Krispy Kreme. And I usually go to Krispy Kreme. But I found out they got them delicious motherfucking donuts. The Biscoff butter. The Biscoff butter. Ooh, them motherfucking donuts so fucking good to my soul. Ooh. And I've been trying my best to say I'm not gonna go back. But I find myself today going back. And I'm gonna have to find a way to break myself of this habit. Look, somebody done. Ooh, look at this. I got to show y'all this. How do you, how do you not know that you done dropped off a whole basketball goal in the middle of the street? How do you not know that? I got to show y'all this. I got to. These garbage ass niggas. And this is the area right here. This is the area. This is the area. This is the area. Yes, this is the area. And see, this used to be a nice neighborhood right here. They done took over them hood rats and they section 8 voucher. They done took over this area. They done took over this area. And all it takes is one. That's all it takes is one. And there goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. And yeah, all it takes is one. That's all it takes is one. And I gotta go. I gotta go get me something to eat. I gotta go get me something to look. Look, I gotta show y'all this. How do you not know? How do you not know? How do you not know that you done dropped off a whole. How do you how does that work? How does that work? Huh? How does that work? How does that work? And I wonder did somebody put it out there on purpose? I mean they throw tires on the street. They throw they throw everything on the street. All out in the street. I don't know why these garbage ass folks won't take care. Well, listen. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do know why. Because they do their house the same way. Maybe they got so much trash inside their house, they had to just come down the street and just throw it out on the street. Because this is what they garbage ass do. They throw garbage all over the place. They have garbage all in their car. They have garbage all in their house. They have garbage all in their soul. They garbage motherfuckers. They just garbage. 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 They go a race car driver just past me. There go a race car driver just past me. There go another race car driver. They go another, and they need to be regulated. They need to be regulated. The race car drivers need to be regulated. They really do. Here come another one. Here come another one. Look at this basketball goal. Look at this basketball goal. Why? Why? Why is a basketball goal in the middle of the street? Ah, why is a basketball goal a great big old basketball goal? It ain't no little bitty junior basketball goal. It ain't no mini basketball goal. It's a great big old overgrown basketball goal. You got to know that you dropped that in the street. You got to know. How can you not know that? How can you not know? And everybody just ride up and down the street like they don't see it. I'm the only one that is taking notice of this and feel like it's unusual. Whew. So I'm talking about that culture, the hood rat culture. And this car, I don't know if this is somebody that's staying in their car or the car is broke down. But I've been seeing this car parked over there for a long time. I hope it ain't no dead body in the car. You know, it's a lot of that been going on. And everybody act like they don't see these cars parked in these parking lots and they don't move. And they've been finding a lot of dead bodies in these cars that's parked at McDonald's and other places. You gotta be aware, but everybody is so self-absorbed. They only think about me, what I want to do. They're not being aware of their surroundings. They're not being proactive. But these are the same people when some shit pop out. We need to stop the crime. We need to stop crime. And then they run to the dollar store and buy these ugly ass teddy bears, putting them on the motherfucking light poles and things. Ooh, I'm so sick of these folks. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them. And then what about this part? What about this part? Well, they see these reckless drivers and these roguish ass niggas and these killers and carjackers and things. They be seeing them. They be looking right at them, but they won't say nothing. Some of them get them as neighbors. Some of them in their household. They won't say nothing because all the niggas in the nigga culture, they won't snitch. They won't snitch. They tell everybody, don't snitch. Don't snitch. Be quiet. I ain't seen nothing. When the police ask them, what happened? I ain't seen nothing. I don't know. I don't know nothing. But now that this reckless nigga done got killed by these 5 police, everybody all the niggas want to talk. All the niggas want everybody to tell who was the police. What's their name? What's their name? What's their name? We need to see their picture. I thought y'all said y'all don't snitch. But now, when it's convenient for you and it fits your agenda, now you want everybody to talk and tell who these police is. Okay, so then you apply pressure to the police department to release the picture and threaten civil unrest like somebody gives a fuck. Okay, and now you want everybody to snitch on these 5 guys, these 5 police. I thought y'all said y'all don't snitch. I thought y'all said y'all don't see nothing. And then it was somebody out there recording the situation, and they got their little video ready to release and things. I thought y'all said y'all don't snitch. Y'all ain't saying nothing. But then when it's somebody you don't like and you want to defend these criminals, oh, then y'all want to talk then. Then y'all done seen everything. Even if you didn't say nothing, you gonna tell a lie. Now you want to know their names. You want to know all their names. But otherwise, you don't care. You don't know none of the criminals' names. Even if you looking right up, even if they stay right next door to you, even if it's just your bae or your boo, you don't know their names. You don't know nothing about them. You pretend like you ain't seen nothing. But now that one of the fellow heathen ass niggas done got the beat the fuck up and dead, now, oh, we need to know their names. We need to know the police name. We need to see their pictures. We need to see the video. But y'all don't keep that same energy when it's the niggas, when it's the other side. If it had been that nigga shooting and beating up and running over the police, y'all seen it, y'all wouldn't, and y'all recorded it, y'all wouldn't have said nothing. You wouldn't have said nothing about you got a video. You would not have wanted to know that reckless heathen nigga's name. You wouldn't have cared. You wouldn't have cared. You would have been hiding him. Even if it was your relative, y'all would pretend like, and you seen the video, you would see him on the video. You'll pretend like you don't even know who that is. Who is that man? I don't know that man. And he probably stay right in your house with you. Do you see how the spirit of nigga works? Do you see how the spirit of nigga, oh niggas, they are something to contend with. They are a piece of work. They are a piece of work. They're a piece of work. And this is another reason why you can't trust them. You can't trust them. You can't trust them. This is another reason why they got another race car driver. Hey, look at him. Look at him. Look at him up there. This reckless race car driver. This reckless race car driver up there. I knew he was gonna do it as soon as he passed me. Up there, racing in that Dodge Challenger. And this is what I was getting ready to say. This is what I was getting ready to say. These reckless race car drivers, they need to be regulated, and there needs to be a lot of pressure applied to a lot of these legislators that mandate a lot of these specified car brands like the Dodge Challenger, that Charger, the Infinity, especially that Infinity. They need to have a special permit to get those cars right there. And then when they have modified those cars with those modified mufflers and make them go faster that should not be street legal. They should not be street legal. They should have a special license or special permit for those type of cars. Yeah, they should have to they should have to pay a special tax on those type of cars. Yeah, those cars. If you do the numbers, if you run the reports, you will see those cars are the top cars that have been involved in a lot of major crashes and that resulted in fatalities. Yes, yes, those race car drivers. Those race car drivers. And the manufacturers need to be held accountable. It needs to be a push for them to regulate those cars. And they should have to have a special permit. And then, okay, just like in this city, unlike other cities, who, they say they can't chase them. They can't chase them. They have some type of ordinance where they can't chase them. I think that's somebody's discretion. I think that's the mayor's discretion. He has decided he don't want to chase them. Why is it every other city around this area they chasing their race car drivers? They don't have no problem with race car drivers. And a lot of these race car drivers, they got enough sense where they stay in this area because they know if they veer outside of the city limits and go over there to Mississippi, those police is not gonna play with them. They go one right there. They go one right there. Just pass on the other side, racing up and down the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They know if they go to Mississippi or over there to Arkansas, those police got time for their garbage ass. They're gonna chase you. Yeah. And they're gonna hold you accountable. So most of them, they don't go outside of the city limits. They stay right here where they know they can get away with all of this. All of this terrorism. That's what it is. That's what it is. And most of them, they probably have kids. Think about that. You are overgrown nigga and you want to obey the law. How you gonna raise your kids to obey? Because they don't. Most of them are hard-headed adults, and they was hard-headed kids. They didn't obey their parents, their mama. They never had no daddy. They mama, they didn't obey their mammy. So they raised their kids the same way. Bad motherfuckers. Okay, they go to school terrorizing the teacher and the other kids until they get kicked the fuck out. Okay, and then they grow up to be hard-headed adults. And this is what society has been forced to deal with, whether we want to deal with the motherfucking garbage motherfuckers or not. We are being forced to being subjected to these motherfuckers. And this is why lately I have been going over here to Mississippi instead of dealing with these motherfuckers over here. Okay, I done started coming over here to shop. I done started coming over here to go to these restaurants. And I would like to come over here and relocate if I could find a fucking house. But unfortunately, right now, nobody wants to move. Everybody, because of this recession that we're in and all this high ass inflation and all this high housing, nobody wants to move. Everybody is staying where they are. They stuck where they are. And ain't nobody really building no new houses. I don't know why. Maybe they don't have the money. Maybe they don't have the money. And speaking of the money, what's up, baby? Look, it's one thing when these roguish folks are robbing on the street, but it's a whole nother situation when you got these folks at the bank robbing without a pistol. Did y'all see it 2 or 3 days ago? I think it was now. Bank of America. Bank of America. Was they stealing or was it a computer glitch? Child, so many people woke up and went to the bank and they didn't have no money. And child, I would have been mad as a bitch. I would have been so mad. Look, look, and so many people going to the bank trying to get money out to go pay their bills and things and their rent and things. And you know them bill collectors ain't got no grace and no mercy for you. They think you're lying when they say when you say, "Oh, I went to the bank and I couldn't get my money out. It was a problem. The bank robbed me today." They don't want to hear that. They think that sounds like a lie, don't it? That sounds like a lie, and they're not gonna believe you. So, yeah, we got that to deal with. Child, I think the roguish folks in the suit coats and neckties and things, I think they neck and neck with the roguish folks on the street. All of them play for the same team. Roguish is roguish. But anyway, I don't know if y'all was affected by that, but I think it's a shame when the bank starts stealing. If you can't trust the bank, who do you trust? You trust the Lord, Karma Kaboom. You just trust the Lord. You can't trust the bank. You can't trust no niggas. Child, it's terrible out here in these streets. Everybody's, except for me, is stealing out here. Woo, all is stealing. And hard-headed behavior and reckless, just reckless behavior. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. But who is going to stop it? The Lord. The Lord. The Lord is the only one that can stop all of this. And it's gonna take them. It's gonna take them to stop a lot of these hard-headed folks. God gonna have to kill a lot of these folks and get them up out of here. Woo, they so hard-headed. They so terrible. And they are relentless. And they don't want to behave. They want to do what they want to do. They feel like the rules don't apply to them. The laws don't apply to them. I don't know where this energy came from. Did it come from the pandemic? They put everything on the pandemic. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of these people was terrible before the pandemic. But they don't want to talk about that. Why a lot of terrible people don't want to admit that they terrible? They want to convince everybody that they so nice and 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 good and sweet and just terrible, awful, horrible motherfuckers. Forgive me, Lord, for cussing. Why they so horrible? But they don't want to admit that they're horrible. I know that don't sound right to say, I'm so horrible. It don't sound good. It don't feel good to admit that you are horrible. And you want everybody to think you so nice. And my baby didn't never do no wrong. My baby was a good baby. And your baby is a gremlin. Your baby is a savage. Your baby is a monster. Your baby is a demon. Your baby is Satan in the flesh. Your baby is a terrorist. Yes, you don't want to say that about your child, do you? I know you don't. You want everybody to think they're so wonderful. They're so wonderful, but they're not wonderful. We got to come to terms with the fact that you got some horrible folks in your household. Okay, you got to admit that to yourself. Okay, the first thing you got to do is, I thought everybody said they want to walk in their truth and speak their truth. How you gonna speak your truth and live your truth when you live in a lie and you speak in a lie? How you gonna do that? Both of those things they don't go together. Okay, okay. Either you're gonna walk in your truth and speak your truth, or tell a lie, or live a lie. Ooh. But anyway, um, I feel like these 5 officers was unfairly fired. And I don't know if they're going to qualify for unemployment or not. I don't think some of them was working that long to draw a pension. So why y'all don't set up a GoFundMe? You set up a GoFundMe for everybody else? I think we ought to set up a GoFundMe and help these 5 fine officers out. And Black Lives Matter. They are in the black community. I thought y'all said we need to stick together. We need to support each other. We need to unify. We need to build each other up instead of tearing each other down. Ain't that y'all slogan? Ain't that what y'all be saying? Now you gonna throw these 5 fine officers under the bus, and you want them fired and things. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I thought Black Lives Matter and things. But anyway, I'm gonna support these officers, and I think they was unfairly fired. And I just don't know where you go from here after you get fired under these circumstances. Where do you work at? Do you work at Walgreens? Where do you work after this situation? And you get fired under these conditions. Where do you work after this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I would think, you know, relocating to another state would be an option on the board, because I don't know if they can get a fair employment situation after this in this area. You know, who's going to give them a reference? Who's going to give them a letter of recommendation? You know what I mean? And how do you put that on your resume that you work for these folks? Huh? Because they're going to call them and they're going to tell them that you got fired, as a result of beating up this reckless driver and he died. Unless they lie for you. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I don't know. But I really feel like that these five officers, they were unfairly that's to the extreme question. Yes, it looked bad for him to be laying on that hospital bed with a broke neck and swollen eyes and things. But he put himself in that situation. Karma Kaboom, are you victim shaming? Are you blaming the victim? He's not a victim. First of all, I don't look at him as a victim. If he had not been out there reckless driving, he would have lived to race up and down the streets another day. Okay. Or maybe he would have learned this lesson and said, well, I don't think that's wise to be reckless racing. And then another thing these niggas got to stop doing is being combative with the police when they pull you over. Man, why you stop me? Shut your fucking mouth, okay? And that's the problem with a lot of these niggas. They want to talk, run their fucking mouth, because they did the same thing with their man, okay? And that's how their man doing it, running her fucking mouth, want to argue. Okay, will you be quiet? If you just be quiet and give the police some respect, maybe he'll give your punk ass some respect. Okay, but if you give him all this mouth and act like you running something and you in charge and you ain't in charge of nothing, you don't even own nothing. How you gonna run something? You ain't got no power. Okay, and the first chance you get when you get hurt, you or your family members gonna be called Benjamin Crumb. Okay, the ambulance chaser. Okay, I'm sick of these people pretending like they're the victim, and they really hard-headed heathens. Can we label these people for what they are? They are hard-headed heathens, and you're not a victim. You just are a hard-headed heathen that lost the fight. Okay, and you got held accountable. Okay, and I know that's something that a lot of these hard-headed heathens are allergic to. They are allergic to accountability. They can't stand that word. It's two words that these niggas cannot stand. It's accountability and what's that other word they don't like? Work. Yes, they can't stand those two words. Accountability and work. It hurts their feelings when you mention those words in their presence. They can't stand those two words, accountability and work. It really is offensive to them. It really is. Whew, they can't stand it because they want to do what they want to do. They want to have their way. And when you don't let them have their way, they throw a tantrum. They be ready to fight. Yes, we've seen these incidents time and time again. And, you know, it's so many of them. They want to fight the police, and they oftentimes lose. And then their family members want to pretend like they're a victim and portray this certain image like they're so perfect. They didn't never do anything wrong. Woo! And it's hilarious to me when they do that. It's hilarious because they put themselves in that situation, right? Because they're hard-headed. If the speed limit says 45 and you going 105, you are out of order. And if the police pull you over, don't be asking, man, why you pull me over? You racist. You always fucking with us. All that kind of rhetoric. Yeah, you gonna make it worse. You gonna make it worse with all of that lip right there. You making it worse. And just be quiet. Just be quiet and obey and comply. Okay? And you argue. This is where you argue at. You don't argue out here on the street. You cannot hold court out here in the street when they pull you over. You argue when you go to court. You tell the judge, well, judge, he should have pulled me over. Hey, I think he was racist. He was just messing with me. They always messing with us. So then you can go back and forth. Okay? The judge can hear you. He can hear the police that pull you over because he going to have to come to court too. And that's where you debate. But you can't debate and act like you the hell of a nigga out there in the street. It's not going to go well for you. It's not gonna go well for you. You're not gonna have good results at all. Especially if you go to fight. You're gonna get the hell knocked out of you. Yes. And most of the time it's gonna be justified. Most of the time. And somebody said, well, they be turning the police be turning they off. Well, maybe be malfunctioning. And sometimes maybe they need to turn it off. Okay. Maybe sometimes, and I'm not saying this to justify anything inappropriate, but let's be honest about it. Sometimes the niggas need their ass kicked, okay? Okay, sometimes you gonna have to turn them cameras off and kick some ass. Okay, okay, okay. And I know that's not textbook. That's not textbook. That ain't how they train you. But sometimes you may have to cut some corners. Every nigga is different. Okay, that's just like your children in your house. All of them got different personalities. You can't handle all your children the same. Some of them you're gonna have to get in their ass, and some of them you can talk to them and tell them go sit down, go to your room and lay down and take a nap, and they'll listen to you. Then you got some children they just want to rebel. They want to fight back. They want to pick up a chair and challenge you. You gonna have to put on your boxing glove and your Kanye West boot and kick some ass in the house, okay? Yes, yes. Sometimes you gotta get down and dirty with these motherfuckers. Yes, cause they want to run some shit, and you gotta grab them by their motherfucking collar and sling them down on the ground and say, "Look, I'm in charge, okay? You're not gonna be out here doing what you want to do and running all this up and down these streets and terrorizing. You gotta get in their face. You gotta let them know. Yeah, cause they never had no daddy. You remember on Good Times when the niggas need a James in their life. They never had no James. They been having these garbage ass queens. They let them do what they want to do. They need a James in their household. They need a James in their face. Yes. And it's a lot of James on the police force that can jack them up and let them know, look, we ain't gonna do it your way. You gonna do it the right way. Yeah. And see, they ain't used to that. They ain't used to that. They ain't used to that. That's why they try to act like the police is so bad. Because they give them some discipline. They ain't used to that discipline. They used to let the queens talking to them nice and letting them do what they want to do and run the house and things and staying up all night long and coming in when they get ready and taking her car without permission to go get them some dope and things and go steal and carjacking things. Yeah. No responsibilities. Just lay up and eat chicken wings and noodles and things and not have to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. They can't stand some discipline. That's why most of them don't like to go to church. It's some discipline coming with the church and the Bible. Yeah, you can't do like you want to do when you go to read the Bible. God got some commandments. God got some laws. God got some consequences. That's why a lot of them try to indict the church and make the pastor look so bad. And I always want to talk about what the church doing, but they don't never talk about what the heathen community is doing so wrong and so terrible and so bad. Okay, they get the heathens and each other a pass when they do something terrible. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning into this live. Ooh, I got a taste for something delicious, but I don't know where I'm gonna get it. This is what I want to eat. I want to eat. Oh, back in my hometown, it was called the Love Me Tender. It was a really delicious uh, fried chicken tender with some honey mustard sauce and a delicious bun. And I forgot. I don't remember if they had tomatoes and lettuce on it or not, or pickles. I don't know, but it was so delicious. And I don't know where I could get that over here in this area. But it's much more civilized over here. I'm in Mississippi now. It's much more civilized over here. Much more civilized over here. And well behaved. Now they got some hard headed niggas over here, but they more well behaved. Ain't no racing up and down the street over here. Ain't no reckless drivers over here. And if it is, they get dealt with. They get handled. Yeah. They have their heathens under control over here. Unlike Afghanistan Junior. Well, they do what they want to do over there. You don't never hear about the police having to kill somebody over here, and they being out of control over here, because all of them know that the police is not gonna play with them. See, they want somebody to play with them over there in Afghanistan Junior. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and they just take them for granted over there, and then you know when they get caught up, they try to pretend like they victims. But anyway, I don't think these police should be fired. I really don't. It is very unfortunate that they did get fired. And the niggas that pretend to be outraged, they still not gonna be satisfied. They still not gonna be satisfied. You can't satisfy them. You can't satisfy them, no matter what. And then ain't it interesting how they want to hold the police accountable, but they don't want to hold these other niggas accountable when they kill every day. Woo, y'all think about that, please. Make it make sense. They want to hold these niggas. These niggas that pretend that they so outraged and they want to protest. They want to hold the police accountable for killing the nigga, but they don't want to hold the niggas, all these niggas, most don't kill white.